Alrighty, we're back in the workshop and we've got a new project today, one we've not had to work on before. I've got us a little camper here that somebody's brought by to see if I could do something with it. And it had this tire blew out. You can see there's a little bit of damage here. So we've got, this is kind of rolled up. We'll try to bend some of that back, clean it up, make it look a little bit better. It's kind of flimsy anyways, but we'll see what we can do with that. Clean that up a little bit, but up underneath here, I don't know how well we can tell, but you can see the metal up under here is kind of wrinkled up and all. So we'll cut that metal back. There's a hole actually all the way through the floor. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get a jack out here. We'll jack this up, remove this tire, see if I can get in there and get a little better access to it. This is a what do they call it? Fold out, I guess. It comes all the way on out, so we should be able to get up in there and get to the floor to the inside, and we'll kind of show you that as we open it up and expose it. So let me get the jack, get this tire off, and let's see what we got to work on. Okay, we can kind of see it now. I've got the slide out, and we're going to go ahead and look at this. Now, this metal here, we're going to have to just cut that back off. That should run all the way down to about here. That's made to protect a lot of that, but it's not doing it. You can kind of see the hole up in there. I think this little piece of trim here, we can probably take that loose a little bit and just bend it back to where it belongs. So I think we'll take that loose first, and then we'll go ahead and try straightening it up and see if we can get something, just cut this mess and get rid of it and see what we got to work with. So I think that's where we'll go ahead and get started. Okay, it looks like to me, now that we've got all that metal and all cleaned out of there, we'll have to relayer this with metal back at least a little ways. So it looks like this piece of 2x2 should have gone all the way down and attached down there. So we'll cut that off square. We'll cut this off square, I think. And maybe I'll just laminate another one right beside it to give it something to attach to. This one stops there anyways. This hole in the floor, we'll have to cut that out, but I'm going to have to drive that from the top side. So let's walk inside and see if we can show you what we have to work with there. Okay, from inside we can see we've got that edge right there. So we're going to have to kind of do some of this. We'll have to cut this back, maybe be able to salvage some of this flooring and lay it back out, but we'll need to do something with it. So I think what we'll do is kind of cut it and see if we can salvage it a little bit, roll it back a little ways. It's really kind of brittle, so we'll have to see what we can do with it. I don't know how we're going to fix that floor exactly, but we'll worry about that after the flooring, but we'll worry about that after I get the floor itself repaired. So let me go ahead and cut this back and see what we can make work with it. Okay, we took the multi-tool and just scribed out a path here. We'll go ahead and take a measurement. We'll run this board from that edge there. We need to clean that up just a little bit better where that old 2x was, and here, and then we'll trim that to make it fit. So we need to get us a measurement, like I say, here, and then we'll look at it underneath and see how big the path is the other way. Okay, underneath here we've got it pretty well cut out. Like I say, that piece of plywood should go from here right straight across and there. So we'll go ahead and measure from here to here and get us a length, and we'll go in here and match up this thickness. We'll set us a piece up in here. We'll cut this 2x, like I say, put it under there. That'll help hold it up, and then we'll put another piece of plywood in here to probably laminate over it just to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, and attach it. So let me go ahead and get some measurements, cut this piece, and get it to fit up in here. Okay, don't know how well you can see this, but we've got our piece of plywood here that's going to go up in, and that'll close that up. And then when we get done with that, we've got this one here trimmed back. I can get that little screw moved out of the way. But that's going to come up in here like this, and that'll hold this edge of it in. And then we're going to go ahead and we'll put another piece across here to laminate all that and screw it up. We got to be a little careful because we only have the thickness of that plywood, so probably put a little liquid nail or something on there to glue all that up to keep it up out of place. So we'll go ahead and start putting it up into the hole and closing her up. Okay, we've got, I don't know how well you can tell that looking at it, but you can see we've laminated another piece of wood all the way across that, so that gives us double the thickness. That'll seal that one up nice and tight. we'll go ahead and finish securing it in, and that'll have the structure pretty well put back together, and then we'll start filling in the rest of it. Okay, we've got that all secured in there, and now we've got some plastic. We'll go ahead and place this up under there and cover that all up, staple it back up in place, and then we'll go ahead and get ready to start bending some metal and see if we can get a piece of metal back up in there. So let's go ahead and staple the plastic in, see how that looks. All right, we got the plastic undercoating under here. That'll keep it all dry. And now we'll go ahead and get us some metal and see if we can bend something up, fit over the top of it. Okay, we've got the underbelly all put back in, screwed up into place. Looks like it's going to cover it about as good as can be done with the camper on top of the frame. So we're good there. We'll probably try to bend that around a little bit, throw the tire back on, and I think that's all we're going to do with it. The inside looks pretty decent. I don't know what he'll want to do with the floor part, but we'll let him decide on that, and we'll call this a finished project. It's kind of an interesting one. Wasn't real bad, but a little awkward working on, but we'll check with you on the next project. Thanks for watching the video.